This conference will
So, like
now be
I said,
recorded.
happy Monday. Today is November 5th already. So, basically, our first full week of November trading. Overall, not really too excited, but just remember everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only. Nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. So, like I said, not really too happy about a lot of what I'm seeing out there. I mean, usually we have some type of Chauvin. This morning, not so much. So, first thing I want to talk about is Apple because we're going to be going based off of most of our stories from last week. Rather than really anything new that I'm seeing going on out there. But Apple finally made that move that we were looking for. We knew from last week, we were hoping that it was going to come in towards the end of the day and we're going to be able to break past this 205 level. But overnight, over the weekend, you can see it got stuck in consolidation on Friday in the aftermarket. And we could see this morning, we ended up breaking down below. So it's interesting because the prints that we're seeing so far, we have some really nice ones that came in at 204.50 on the bid side. And then as we're coming back up, we can see 204, you have a few ask prints, and you have a few ask prints coming back up as well. So basically what it looks like is that we're going to see a continued move down in Apple, but based off of this pull up, we're going to see a pretty substantial pull up that the story right here in 204 is going to be making money off of before we end up seeing it come back down. So overall, the story that I'm looking for, it's a kind of a mixed story, but looking for a nice big pull up coming back into it before we end up seeing it come back down underneath these 204.50 prints, because at the end of the day, 740, you can see the orders are very thin. So at 740 this morning, think about what the orders look like, as well. So just a really nice, it's a really nice difficulty of trade that comes into there. Next one looking at is AMD. So we're like I said, based off of most of what we have going on this morning, we're going to have to kind of follow our stories from what we had from last week because there's just not really much that's going on in terms of those new prints. So AMD, on Friday, not yesterday, but on Friday, ended up breaking down, but it only broke down all the way to basically to our 1950 level. It did not break down enough for, based off of the prints, the pullback that we're looking for underneath that 19. Now, we remember we have huge sell prints that came in at that 20 level earlier in the day in AMD. So this pull up is, is to be expected. It's not shocking whatsoever. We hit this print line at 2059, 936,000 shares. So essentially, the amount that was there, usually I would think at least $1, but because a stock like AMD it's not a huge mover. I'm sort of okay with it just hitting up to that 2059 print line and starting its move back down. Basically, the biggest thing is we need to see another, something new that's coming in, because remember, if we're going to get a real big move down from that 20, which our story tells us that we're going to because of the aspirants that we have at 19 and the selling that we have at 20, we're going to see new selling coming in. No one's going to just allow that to go, and they're done from last week. So essentially what I'm looking for is I just want to see something new. I want to see more new selling coming in that shows us that the stock is going to be able to continue. But overall, not a bad situation here whatsoever. So let's go to our scanner. But as I said, I don't really see anything that I'm too interested in. So INUV, it jumped up, but you can see the volume's absolutely pathetic. For $1 stock with decent orders, I mean, it's just not trading much at all per minute, which I'm just not happy about. Nothing here that I really see that I have any type of interest in. DWCH, 738,000 shares, looks like a buyout. AYTU has 799,000 shares, but it's another one where there's just nothing here that I really care too much about. You can see it's a very quantity looking stock. It doesn't really move much, even on the days where, it has moved a bunch, but the volume that it came up on, I just don't really see anything here. I'll put it on our side list just because we really have a lack of anything, but as you can hear in my voice, there's nothing that I see about it that I'm really, really too excited about. AYTU. Moving along, you can see the volume is just disgusting. So we have CHK, 610,000 shares, but it's doing absolutely nothing. No interest there whatsoever. SWN, 189,000 shares, same type of deal. You can see, there's just not really anything new going on out there that's trading. Most of what we have is just going to be based off of our stories. We'll get some new things once the market opens, but as of right now, it's just absolutely pathetic. All right, and then moving over to our loser side of things, CLSD, absolutely nothing going on there. DCIX, 104, garbage, and then DWTZ ETF. So it's just most of what we're looking at this morning is going to be based off of the stories that we have from last week. Like I said, once the market opens, are we going to get some new things to pop up? I would almost guarantee it. But as of right now, going into the morning, we're just not seeing much of that at all. All right. Anything else out there that I missed? Market is a snooze. Yeah, this morning people are sleeping in this morning from what it looks like. It is nothing going on that's really that interesting at all. ACRX, take a look. I mean, it jumped up at 2, if you remember, on Friday, but you know, I'll put it on our side list just because we know we had a ton of buying that came back in. But this morning, and we also, you can see underneath that 5 level, I mean, all these above the ask prints, but there's just nothing I'm excited about. It just looks like crap. Maybe forgot to change the clocks. I don't see anything that really, besides from last week, that shows us that this thing is going to be looking to go up, to be completely honest with you. But I know we did have some really great buying. So I'll put it on our side list. You know, once again, we do need some things to actually look at before the market opens. I'm just not sold on it whatsoever. All right, guys. So remember, once again, excited that classes are coming up. Traders Exchange Tuesday. And other than that, I will talk to everyone in the chat room. Happy trading.